Hello, Leo. So I was just shuffling and these two cards came out. So my very first impression was that you want something so bad, right? Like you really, really want something, something that you've been trying to manifest. And I don't even know, normally the thing with the swords is that it's something that's been around for a long time. But in this particular instance, I'm like, I don't know that this is something that's like you've had in your mind for like a really, really long time. Maybe you've been just kind of thinking about it or just kind of dabbling on it, but now it's like so much pressure, pedal to the metal, whatever you need to do to get that thing, you're gonna do it. And I'm wondering if you're asking the universe, okay, well, what do I need to do? Or what do I need to do? Because I'm trying to get from point A to point B, but the point B seems still like a mirage, but I know I can. And it might be like a interesting dynamic between you and the universe right now. Okay, between you and your spirit or your higher self. A little bit of banter back and forth. There's no need to rush though. I'm feeling that there's not any need to rush. You don't necessarily need to be so hard on yourself or be so stringent. Nine of Swords can keep you up at night. It can be haunting your dreams sometimes. It can be something that, kind of you put your health on the back burner specifically to like focus on this other thing. So, remember to connect with your spirituality. Remember to connect with your peace and all that stuff, okay? Because the Nine of Swords I don't think is really necessary when it's being directed kind of at your own self or being directed towards something that you're trying to manifest into your reality. I don't even think it has anything to do with a person, at least not yet, not with these only two cards, but there's like this feeling of being fed up is the words that I'm getting, like you're being fed up by maybe you were a little bit lazy. I don't know. Maybe you kind of slacked off a little bit this summer. Maybe you kind of took some time off. I don't know exactly what it is, but there's something of like blaming yourself as well. Okay, look, this is you, 100%, totally you. And it can also be someone else that you are. This is interesting. This came out in Cancer as well, the Queen of Coins. And I feel it's the same. So this could be an aspect of you, all right? Your ability to pretty much, you're Leo, like manifest whatever you want, right? You're ruled by the sun. You can have it, right? But it's also indicative of someone else, okay? It's probably the same gender as you are. So if you're a male, probably a similar male, or if you're a female, probably a similar female, who has the thing that you're wanting, right? Like they have it. And it's not jealousy per se, it's just more like irritability toward oneself. But this person is meant to trigger you, meant to act as a catalyst for you to kind of get you out of the Nine of Swords place and get you moving, get you working, get you to do stuff. Second house activity, right? Virgo, for you guys, second house activity is all about application. Okay, it's about putting your head down, doing the work, getting busy, and just like small steps forward and realizing that even one small step a day is going to take you so much further than if you just simply don't do anything. So do something, right? That's what the Queen of Coins is telling you to do. Do something. One small little thing. I don't care what it is. This person, while you might get annoyed by them or triggered by them, or like anytime they post something on Instagram, you're like, whatever it is, that's useful. This person is meant to inspire you, all right? So Leos who are feeling pretty down in the Nine of Swords, that's kind of on you. That's been your choice, all right? Do the work, Queen of Coins, do the work. Fully capable of having the thing that you're wanting. It might not happen all at once, boom, Okay, but it's going to happen. I have a feeling some of you are going to be really connected with nature or wanting to be out in nature. Maybe not necessarily in September, but as we make our way into Libra season and Scorpio season, there will be that desire to like be connected with the earth. Okay, Queen of Coins. And maybe one of the reasons why you're feeling so stressed out is because you're feeling so disconnected. So meditation is great, but grounding is better. Grounding is better because it puts things in perspective. This is a card of someone whose perspective is all out of whack, you know, like, and anyone looking into your life would see amazing golden things, but you seem to be seeing lumps of coal. Okay, so it's important for you to switch your perspective, okay, because it's not doing you any favors. The Queen of Coins is absolutely 100% your capability. I mean, you're the creators of the zodiac, right? That's what you do. So just create. Okay, this is going to blast through the Nine of Swords and completely shatter any illusionary stuff you've got going on. Okay, so the Nine of Swords is it doesn't stand a chance, really, not through this month. Why am I feeling a Neptune connection with this? I don't even know. I think this is something you've built up, right? And that's what Neptune does, is it breaks stuff down. It dissolves things. And I don't necessarily see this being loud and harsh, right? This is often a card of truth. This is a card of honesty. It's a card of clarity and seeing things for what they really are. So I think Neptune is going to burst your bubble, but it's a good thing because your bubble is not, it's not what it is. You know what I mean? Do I make sense? Sometimes I feel like I don't make sense. The Ace of Swords is welcome. If there's someone in your life who is, I think there's someone in your life trying to communicate with you, but you also might kind of be in a mode of maybe not really wanting to listen at the same time. So you like, this is the time when their words are heard. All right, when you actually finally hear the words. I do think it'll happen near the middle to the end of Virgo season, so coming up here in the next couple of weeks. And it's to be welcome. It's humbling, but it's to be welcome, you know? One small step at a time, one small step a day toward that Two of Wands vision that you have. One little thing at a time. Be careful of your comparison with yourself against other people. That could be adding to the Nine of Swords drama. I think the Nine of Swords is like a drama that you're kind of making up in your mind right now. It's not necessarily with another person, okay? And then, oh my gosh, you guys, the Magician, like, obviously you get the Magician because this is the energy that is going to put this to rest. You know, this isn't going to be able to withstand the power of the Magician. What is it you want? That's the first question. Like, what is it that you really want? And where is it that you're feeling insecure or inferior or whatever it is? Where is that? And what can be done to, like, this is the creation, right? This is the Magician. This is the alchemy. There's no, like, I love the roses actually that appear on both the top of these cards because there's nutrients here or there's fertility here. And you are going to use the inspiration of the Queen of Coins to begin to manifest your own thing. And honestly, I think you're going to come out louder. And I'm not saying this is even a competition. That's the thing. This isn't a competitive thing. But you're going to come out louder, stronger, and more courageous than ever because of this maybe little dip on the rate. It's just a little mini dip. It's not a big deal. It's just through the first couple of weeks. And then as we make our way into Libra season, like, you're all good. So this is merely just using something and transmuting it from a negative experience to a positive one to get inspired by it, and then creating your own thing. Your own thing is going to be so much better than you ever imagined, right? Get those products on the shelf, get that service up, get that website up, get that YouTube channel going, like, do it. This is the time to do it, because as Saturn moves forward, September 18th, my birthday. I'm so looking forward to that. Saturn moves direct, and then it's a straight shot between now and Capricorn season. So we have 5 months of just this constant being pushed and, forced into our mastery, forced into our ultimate capability, and truly releasing all of this stuff that just simply cannot withstand itself. Like, we're all being forced to face the reality of, like, how much we hindered ourselves. We're all being forced to look at that, and then we're setting ourselves free from it. So there is festering a little bit, but again, it's not bad. There seems to be a desire to move, a desire to travel, a desire to go, to relocate, whatever. But for now, I think the advice is simply to get your ducks in a row. The magician is the act of getting the ducks in the row. You may want to skip a lot of this stuff because it's maybe a little mundane, right? Queen of Coins, it's all mundane stuff. It is the email, it is the website, it's all the little things you got to get printed out. It's this, there's so much. But you got to do it. And until you do it, you're going to be kind of tethered to this current space. So how quickly do you want to get out of this space? Do you want to go from here to there like tomorrow? Then you better get working today, okay? Some of you are totally fine with waiting. Like, yes, I have patience, it's okay. And that's great too. It's just going to depend on how bad this Nine of Swords really is for you. There's a quality of knowing what you need to, knowing that you want to do it the right way. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm feeling. Like, you want to do it the right way. You want to do it the best. You want to do it the one-of-a-kind way with the Leo stamp, the Leo brand, and that's what you're going to do. So you're like, okay, there's concessions being made. There's sacrifices being made, right? That's what Neptune is also all about, making sacrifices. So what is the sacrifice for you? It's like, because you want the ultimate, the best. You want the best of the best. So if you do the best of the best, then you have to do it the best of the best the whole way. And that may take longer, right? So you're taking the longer route or the scenic route on purpose because you know it will be better. There's no half-assing anything right now. Oh, seeing death. Yes, absolutely. Death coming out right under the Ace of Swords and right under the Nine of Swords as well. So this has a very shaky foundation, which is good, right? That's what we want. We want the death of the Nine of Swords, right? We want the change. Your attitude is changing, your companies are changing, your relationships are changing, the dynamics and kind of your ultimate goals and the things. And I think, you know what I think? Some of you have recently been instilled, like there has been a desire planted in your heart randomly that you never expected that would be what you wanted. And now all of a sudden there's all this pressure to go get that thing, even though it's like this whole new development. Breathe, relax. You're going to do it the right way. We know you are. And just let it wash over you. This is something you don't really have control over anyway. When you try to fight the desires, that is when we get even deeper into the Nine of Swords. That is when we get deeper into depression or sadness or whatever negativity is going on. When we try to swim against this current, it's not even possible to swim against this current. So you're just exhausting yourself if you are. This is a time to be fluid. It's a time to not fight. It's not even really a time to really work that hard. Like if you find yourself trying to swim upstream, I would reconsider your route. Like you can do it the right way and the long way, but it doesn't have to be the hard way. Do you see what I mean? Like I don't see you taking the hard way at all. It's the easy way. It's the Taurus second house kind of way. Mixed with the productivity of Virgo. So, I mean, it's a double whammy of Earth energy for you, which is great because it means that the having is just that much more possible. What else for Leo? What else for Leo? See, this is not about the hard way. You know, and you know what I just saw? Six of Swords. I've never, ever, ever seen this before. So this is kind of a new thing for me, but it just came into my mind. So normally I see this as being like stagnation. So here's the movement, right? And here's the stagnation. But here he's pushing, right? He's like taking that rod and rowing and directing the boat. And I'm wondering if here he takes that rod out and kind of lets the tumultuous water here in the corner, lets the rough water push him into the smooth water on the other side. Because that's what I think is happening. That's what I'm seeing here. You're not fighting anything. This isn't hard work. It's not hard work. That's what I think probably the main message for you to take away today is that it's not hard. It's just a matter of doing it. And there's not going to be any obstacles for you at this particular point in time. There's not going to be any naysay. In fact, it's the opposite. I think you have a lot of people completely in your corner, wanting to be on your team, wanting to work with you, wanting to be in a relationship with you. And it's simply a matter of just allowing them to do that. I don't see you fighting against anyone here, okay? I also think whatever pain you've recently experienced, whether it is an issue in a romantic situation or otherwise, that is being used as fuel for this magician as well. It's being used to fuel the fire, the Leo fire. It's like someone just threw on a whole bunch of new logs on that bonfire. So the blaze is really hot. Okay, I love this. I actually like that both of these are facing in this, two white horses both facing in the same direction. It's almost the exact same card. I love a King of Cups for a Leo, a Knight of Cups for a Leo, because it's so magical. It's so magical and optimistic, and it has a lot of, following your heart energy. It's wanting to see the best in everybody else, wanting to see the best in yourself, and simply just going with the flow in the same way that, this Six of Swords, right? Just let the tumultuous water push you out. Let the Nine of Swords push you into that place of peace and let it get you into that flow. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and switch views. Put the camera down and we'll see you in just a sec. Okay, Leo, so here you can kind of see how all the cards came out for you. And I'm particularly interested in what's going on in this column especially, so that'll be fun to clarify. Let's go ahead and pull out two more cards from this other deck here. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, and the number 5, the Hierophant. 2 major arcana coming out. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, what just caught my eye here was this scarab, which is the Egyptian symbol of eternal life and reincarnation and all of that. It's really important that you don't necessarily get so caught up in all this pressure, right? That's what I feel like this is. It's pressure. Like there's so much you have to do in this life because you have to do everything and you have to get to this and you have to do that. Like remember that, there's going to be other chances. Maybe on this planet, maybe on another planet, or in different realms and vibrations and different forms and whatever. But like, you know, you're here on a tarot channel, so there's an aspect of, you know, spirituality and the infinite nature of every soul. So I don't necessarily think you need to worry so much about, like, just it's more about enjoying your life and not making your goals drudgery, right? Don't make your goals be something that you have to do. Make them something that you want to do, and that enthusiasm will just naturally come. That vital energy will just like be supercharged, okay? And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which indicates to me, especially with the Magician, that like you're gonna get what you want. Like, don't worry, it's coming. You're definitely gonna get it. It's your destiny. Like, that desire wouldn't have been implanted in your heart if it wasn't meant for you. This person wouldn't have been implanted in your life if it wasn't meant for you, okay? So this is not anything to worry about, but it is, you know, to use it. Like, use the energy, use the emotion that this person makes you feel, or this scenario makes you feel. Some of you may be going through like a breakup and want to do that whole like success is the greatest revenge thing. And I think that's great. Like, if that's your scene right now, that's great. Like, go succeed, go do your dreams, go be happy, you know, not even for the sake of revenge, but just because it, you know, just makes you happy. Ooh, I love this. The middle path, right? The gray feather, neutrality, teamwork, and the middle path. So some of you might, I don't see other people here, really. I mean, like, yeah, this person, but I'm not seeing like a real tight connection, but maybe. And I like this person too, because this might also be someone that inspires you to follow your heart and just kind of do whatever creative thing you want to do. It could be a creative inspiration for you. But ultimately, I like the neutrality. This is not a neutral state of mind. This is neutral, and that's what's coming for you, okay? The feather and the sword even kind of look the same, even like a little bit, right? So the neutrality is coming for you, so there's no need to like stress or anything like that. Let's go ahead and pull one from the Psychic Tarot. Ooh, wisdom, which is also like the Hierophant, number 5 again. You are operating from a high level of wisdom, okay? There's a lot to be hopeful for. There's a lot, I mean, I love like the sun quality coming through and the radiance quality, and for a Leo, that's so especially relevant. The wisdom comes from within you, the wisdom and the knowing, right? The knowing is a big thing. I think you know that this path is for you, and I think you know that certain things are going to need to go by the wayside, and you know that it's a matter of time before things start to get easy, right? Or they start to flow better. So you can just rest in faith in that, right? Just rest in faith. So let's go ahead and pull out the cards for the comprehensive. So these cards, we'll talk for another 20 to 25 minutes about these in the video with the link down below, okay? But I do want to just show you what is going to be coming out. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, 9 of Swords, Queen of Cups. You have to take care of yourself. Ooh, yikes. Okay, double whammy on the 9 of Swords. Okay. We know you're all about the self-care, but this is not like any level of superficial at all, okay? Excellent. Let's look at the 2 of Wands. There's toggling between whether you think you can do it. Oh my gosh. Whether you think you can do it and whether you can't do it. Something about this goal represents a past failure, okay? And that can be scary when we're face to face with something like, okay, well, I failed at this before, or I haven't succeeded in this ever, and now I'm being asked to do it again, or I'm trying to do it in a different way. Like, can I even really do it? Really, guys, a lot of gardening things coming out for me. Get outside, get in the dirt, feel the ground, feel the air, especially as we move into Libra season and it becomes fall, like wherever you live, go see the leaves, go see the, the winter coming. If you're in the southern hemisphere, enjoy the spring, like enjoy it. The clarity is coming. It's all coming. Ooh, okay, excellent. I'm wondering if there's a concern about whether or not people are going to like what you're doing. Are people going to approve of it? Are they going to like it? Are they going to buy, like, are they going to buy it? Are they going to subscribe to it? Are they going to listen to you? I'm getting like extremes. I feel like I'm doing a Scorpio reading right now. Like I'm getting extremes. Extreme good and then extremely stressful. Okay. Oh my gosh, that is so amazing. Beautiful. We're going to probably end with that card in the reading because that's really, really great. I love a death with a Wheel of Fortune and a World card. And there's the Patience. Okay. Ooh, and the Fool. Oh my gosh, this is such a dynamic reading. I'm so excited to do the comprehensive. Okay, so this is where we'll pick up. If you want to join me, link will be down below. If not, have an excellent Virgo season. Thank you guys so much for everything. I wish you nothing but the best. Take care.